Your content will be impacted by AI, whether you're ready for it or not. The question isn't if, it's how you'll adapt to stay relevant. Today, we're cutting through the noise so you know exactly how to future proof your content and your visibility in 2026.
On cam ready in 3, 2, 1.
This is Think Like a Producer, an on-cam ready presentation. I'm Jamie Maglietta. I've spent 20 plus years in television news production, and now I help experts create content that feels intentional, strategic, and impossible to ignore. I'm what you call a success coach, someone who helps you push your personal brand out into the world and make it attract. I know what the media is looking for, and I help guide you in my visibility program with coaching. Through that program, I can't guarantee press, but I help you position yourself so when the press does come to your page, they know what you're all about, and you can start positioning yourself as a reliable source within your industry. Doing that won't just attract opportunities, it can attract sales and beyond. But AI is messing with a few of you in your content. I watch you put it together, and I highly recommend you use AI to get ideas. But when you start spitting out all that AI tells you to read or say, you don't really sound authentic anymore. Sure, you might be sharing your point of view, but is that really how you talk? It makes the media question. So before you start repurposing and regurgitating everything AI tells you to say, you want to come up with your own point of view so you can help craft your scripts so they're authentically you. See, AI is replacing unstrategic creators. Here's the truth from a producer's perspective. AI makes average content easier to produce, which means the creators who stand out will be the ones who bring clarity, voice, and presence. Things AI can't replicate with those AI bots. Now, I've seen some and they're pretty good, so avatars, but you want it to be you. If you want to be seen as a thought leader, a mission driven leader, someone who is purposeful and a reliable source to the press. Audience expectations are changing. People can tell the difference between content that's mass generated and content shaped with intentionality, perspective, and confidence. Your value isn't in the task, it's in the thinking. And that's why thinking like a producer matters more in an AI world than ever before. See, there's this producer mindset that I think helps you drive AI to deliver what you need. In my visibility course, I give you tools to help you use AI to your advantage and script writing as well as B-roll suggestions to make social media clips. You should check that out if you want some more guidance and you are interested in AI prompts. But you want to lead with strategy, not speed. Everyone else is racing to publish more content because AI makes it fast. Producers focus on direction. We ask, who am I speaking to? Why does this matter now? How does this piece of content help the next one? And so with Think Like a Producer, I'm brain dumping all my ideas and putting out segments. And I'm sharing them on Apple and Spotify as well as YouTube. And I decided to do that because I have a newsletter and I enjoy writing it, but if I'm someone who's going to be sharing how you should be on camera, maybe a newsletter, although good, shouldn't be my primary focus. So Think Like a Producer is kind of my newsletter. In it, I always mention my other podcast, Unknown to Known. On it, you can hear from an amazing cast of people. Allison Camerata, who was on CNN and Fox, Carol Costello, who was also on CNN. You'll hear from Danny Savalos, a lawyer who's a TV commentator with MSNBC, well, MSN now, NBC. I don't think he went to MSN. He stayed at NBC. You got to listen to that conversation. And I talk to people to help them help you on camera. So check that out too. I also see this as my newsletter because every time I'm also mentioning what I built. I built this visibility course for you to start showing up more purposefully on camera, online, without burnout. Because so many people were asking me, like, how? I'm like, well, you don't want to be just sharing all your personal business on social. You want to be a bit more intentional with it. if you want media. And that's where Think Like a Producer came. So you need to be thinking the same way with your content in 2026. Where can you best serve? And start showing up with your own point of view. Do I use AI? Absolutely. But this AI has been given all these ideas and been told, help me craft this into a good list of bullets so I can get through a script and not lose my point and make sure I say all these things. And do you have anything I should add to it? Is what I do. I'm not going to it and say, hey, write me a script on X. No, you need to drive AI for it to help shape your own point of view versus giving you everything to say. Because if you do that, then when you are in an interview or on a podcast, you may not know what to say. Like legit. Okay. Think about it. So create signatures, ideas that AI can't generate, right? Your frameworks, your catchphrases, your signature phrases, stories, opinions. This is all your intellectual property. And that's the future of content. So, sure, come up with some ideas and maybe throw it into AI for additional ideas, but you need to drive that thought. Show up with presence. Okay. I've said this before, but presence isn't like confidence in a lot of ways because I am not confidently on camera. I don't ever feel like I look pretty enough. My hair is a mess. Like if you're watching on YouTube, I barely wear any makeup. It's just not me. I'm not that kind of girl. Now, if someone else was going to do my hair and makeup, sure, I'd do it every day. But that's not me. So, presence is really all about your voice, your delivery, and the comfortability that you have on camera. Your lived experiences and how you feel in your current space. You know, in a world of automated content, presence is really the differentiator between you and everybody else. Think about that. You want to make sure that you can tell your story with insight, share your struggle, and explain why, not just the what. AI may deliver answers, but people deliver meaning. You also would want to diversify your formats, and not rely on one platform. I highly recommend that if you're listening to this and trying to figure out what do I do in 2026, focus on long form content first. Then take that long form content and shape it into social media posts. Follow me on Instagram, Jamie_Maglietta, to see how I'm kind of doing it. I got get_on-cam-ready at Instagram too, but also my YouTube shorts. I'm playing around, testing, constantly testing. Short form social media, newsletters, live events, LinkedIn lives. Like think through all that you can do and build out. And you want to have a content ecosystem. Think in arcs, episodes, seasons. Don't just think about isolated segments. I'm doing a brain dump on Think Like a Producer, but it all has a theme. It all is meant to help you think like a producer. Now, I organize all these thoughts as a coach. I organize all this content as a media trainer and through my visibility program. And I help you structure your life so that you can be more successful on camera, more successful in life. Take that personal brand to the next level. Integrating AI is important. You should save time. You don't want to ignore it, but you want to use it more like a co-producer, not your ghostwriter. It should help you research, refine, and expand your ideas, never replace your voice. You want to make sure that you avoid these at all costs: sounding too generic, hiding behind trends. I've said this a lot. Posting without intention, avoiding on-camera presence, relying entirely on AI scripting, creating without a point of view. In 2026, the creators who thrive will be the ones who feel human, while everyone else blends into the algorithm. So if you're building a show, a YouTube channel, a podcast, or a personal brand, and you need help, reach out. I'm Jamie Maglietta, and this has been Think Like a Producer, an On-Cam Ready presentation. You can learn more about me at oncamready.com. I have a link in the description to my website as well as to my social media. At this time, I'm offering coaching through the visibility program, so do check that out. And if you want more help, look at my YouTube channel. There's a lot of free resources there. I have Unknown to Known, as I mentioned, as well as my Substack. I'm pouring as much as I can into you, but you need to make that choice as to how you're going to structure who you want to be online, because that is going to help you stand out. You need that clarity. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Be sure to check out Unknown to Known, and I'll see you next time.